What am I saying? You got it.
Welcome to Medford. Welcome to the broadcast, an NFHS broadcast, the first one ever at JWP. Thank you for subscribing. In the past, we've always had free viewing of these football games, and in order to upgrade like we did, we had to go with this service, and this service does unfortunately charge money. So thank you to those of you that have subscribed and have tuned into this game. I'm here with Lyncon Olson. He was the announcer for iHigh last year, and he's decided to sign on again for another year of announcing JWP football. So thank you, Lyncon.
Well, that's great. Great to be back. I feel like I got a promotion. I got a headset that fits. No delay in the broadcast. Hopefully the sound quality is better. We got a little mixer here, so if you hear the voices change over time, somebody's playing with that. A little windier than we thought it would be. Checked the forecast out, and it was about 5 to 6 miles an hour. And we're probably looking at about 10 to 15 mile an hour gusts right now. And, of course, it's hitting us right in the face. So hopefully the wind will go down as the game gets ready to tick off here in about 8.5 minutes. You want to review last week's game since we weren't able to broadcast last week?
Well, if it wasn't for our sponsors, we wouldn't be here tonight, so we better thank our sponsors first and foremost. Dane's Body Works in Janesville. This is the second year sponsoring the Bulldogs. Williams Diamond Center in Mankato. And any of your special loved ones, if you ever need any anniversary gifts or anything like that, you can check out Williams Diamond Center. McPherson Crop Management in Janesville. All your crop management needs will be met by them. Hardware Hank in Janesville. Thank you, Mike and Wendy Morton, for supporting Bulldog activities for another year. Country Financial, my side partner here, Lyncon Olson, is on the other mic. He will help you out with any financial needs, life insurance, whatever you might need. Janesville State Bank, helping build a better Janesville, and they do that. They have that Bulldog card, Bulldog debit card, that has given thousands of dollars back to our school district, and which is fabulous. So if you don't have a Janesville State Bank debit card, go visit them and get that. A.A. King Construction, he is second year sponsoring Bulldog activities. Any carpentry needs that you need, he can do it. Janesville Insurance Agency, this is their first year sponsoring Bulldog activities, so thanks to Janesville Insurance Agency for helping us out. Smith's Mill Implement in Janesville, Minnesota, thank you for your sponsorship. Rap City Music, this equipment that we have, which is pretty high tech and very expensive, Rap City Music donated all of that with the help of the Mankato Opry. So the Mankato Opry will be coming up here pretty soon, so if you're able to buy tickets to the Mankato Opry, that would be fabulous. That will help bring a lot of dollars to different groups and organizations that are in need. Vincent Plumbing and Heating out of Janesville. Again, Mike and Wendy Morton, one of their businesses. They are supporting Bulldog activities. So I think now we can get on to, did I say my name? Jeff Adams. It's on the bottom of your screen there, as you can see. And Lyncon Olson. We're going to break down last week's game, and Lyncon, you had a little bit more opportunity to watch the game than I did. I was running around making sure everything was going right as I'm the activities director. Kind of have to do damage control, make sure everything's running smoothly. So you can maybe critique or not critique, but say a few things or the keys last week, or what do we need to do different?
Just going back to last week, I think overall it was probably a pretty competitive game. Bulldogs probably could have come out with a win. Ended up losing by a couple scores. Score really doesn't indicate how close the game was. I think the backbreaker really was the last 2 minutes of the first half. Bulldogs had a chance to take the lead, and we ended up having to give the ball over, and defense was playing pretty well, and all of a sudden we gave up a couple big plays, and I think we gave up a score with about 36 seconds left in the first half on, I want to say, a fourth down.
That will kill.
And I remember sitting there going, that's going to be tough to come back from. Second half was pretty competitive. We actually did make a run. We had a couple of opportunities, had a touchdown pass that just missed the completion on, and we had a couple other opportunities that just didn't turn out to go our way. Made some good plays on defense. May have had to go ahead and score, had a inadvertent or late whistle, depending on which way you want to look at it, but that cost the Bulldogs to go ahead score there, and 3 plays later we gave up kind of the clinching touchdown. So really the game could have went either way. It was probably a 2 or 3 point game, and the one thing I think I noticed is that we've got to make sure when we get in the red zone we score. We had the ball 1st and 10 inside the 15-yard line numerous times and came away with no points or just didn't capitalize the way we could have. And that's something with a young team, first game of the year. That's to be expected. But hopefully going into game 2 that we've got something planned in the red zone. We can put those points on the board.
Very good breakdown. Yeah, it was. You look at that. In years past, we've always had the opportunity to have a scrimmage before our first game, and this year, the State High School League moving everything up. We weren't able to have that scrimmage, so which is unfortunate. Got the first game jitters, but. I want to thank Kevin Work here in Medford for giving us a nice setup. We're indoors, got a clear line of sight to the field. We're getting the royal treatment up here, don't you think, Lyncon?
It's a nice outfit.
I'll send the bill on Monday.
Yeah, Kevin just said he'll send the bill on Monday to the school for the hospitality.
We're coming up just under 2.5 minutes left to go before kickoff. Should expect the national anthem here pretty soon. Should be a beautiful night for football.
Oh, yeah.
One thing looking at Medford's roster, it looks like they're going to be a pretty young team. I think about 3/4 of their team are underclassmen, freshmen, sophomores. I think they only have 11.
Yeah.
11 upperclassmen, so.
They played Lewiston, very, very tough team. And they got, I want to say it nicely here, but they did get manhandled. And very physical team. They're always pretty tough down there in the eastern part of the state. We played the Fillmore Central team, who always has to run into Rushford, Peterson, and those teams down there or over there. Gonna be approaching the national anthem, I'm guessing, pretty shortly.
Haven't heard an announcement yet. Clock says 1.5 minutes, so.
Honestly, I think you could. I don't know who's favored in this game. No clue. That's what'll make it fun to watch.
We've got 2 teams coming off tough losses. To see which one's bounce back, which one's more aggressive.
Yeah.
That's a key for the Bulldogs, especially on the road, is they've got to come out in that first 5 minutes and set the tone. You look at the rosters, and it's hard to prejudge not knowing anything about Medford, but when you look at the upperclassmen shortage, you would think you've got some sort of experience advantage. And if they can come in and just put a hat on a hat and have their way with them, it's got to be their goal in the first 5 minutes.
And I am on the camera again tonight, and I'm going to apologize ahead of time. I am guilty of following the ball way too often. I'll do the best job I can here.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Medford High School tonight and to tonight's
And now let's meet tonight's starting lineup. First with the visiting Bulldogs. We're going to introduce the entire team led by the Janesville Walnut Pemberton Bulldogs, led by head coach Joe Jones. And now to introduce your offense for your Medford Tigers. Sophomore running back, number 6, Ian Gillis. Wide receiver, sophomore, number 8, Alex Stingler. Sophomore quarterback, number 17, James Van Ruden. And running back, sophomore, number 24, Nate Meixner. Junior running back, number 25, Marcus DeLeon. Senior lineman, number 51, Ronaldo Gonzalez. Senior lineman, number 54, Trevor Spatenka. Lineman number 55, junior Nick Masso. Senior lineman number 62, Travis Shogardis. Senior lineman number 69, Preston Hansen. And receiver number 85, junior Ty DeVoe. Tigers are led tonight by head coach Jerome Johannes. Today's officials are Bob Rinaldi, Dennis Sloan, Don Nolander, Jeff Raymond, and Alan Schlack. The crew is registered by the Minnesota State High School League. Their experience and integrity qualify them to administrate the rules of the game. An attitude of good sportsmanship shall be upheld by all spectators, players, and coaches, no matter their personal feelings or loyalties may be.
Need our box turned on.
It is on.
It is on?
Yep.
There we go.
You hear him?
Yeah, I hear you. Now I can. Now I can.
I'll plug it in.
Good. Crucial play. Whoop, whoop.
Good sportsmanship, right, guys?
Well, I think the first question we have to ask coming into this game is, are we going to be kicking it deep today?
We'll have to wait and see.
That's one thing the Bulldogs have shown over the last couple of years is they enjoy the onside kick. We'll see if Medford scouted for that and see if they're ready with their good hands team.
Looks like Shea Wheelock is set to kick off.
Ball's on the ground. We got loose. We had a shot at it there. Looks like Medford recovered their own fumble. Takes over on the 45.
The Tigers at their 45-yard line. Medford will begin.
You know, last week I think we were 1 for 4 on onside kicks. We had a chance at 3 of them. And opening kickoff tonight, we had a chance.
Actually, they were very nice onside kicks. Just
got to get a little more aggressive speed towards the ball because that one there we probably should have had. Looks like sophomore Javis Van Ruden, number 17, is going to be their quarterback tonight. Medford's going to the outside. Ball's loose. Bulldog ball. Alex Jolstad with the fumble recovery returns it about 25 yards. They mark it back at the 24. First down, Bulldogs.
that was huge.
That's how you start a game.
Definitely not how Medford drew that one up.
No, nice pursuit by the Bulldog defense. Nice form tackle. Jarred the ball loose. Helmet on the ball. And here we go. First down inside the 25-yard line.
Junior Josh Janicki taking the snaps. Tom Gannon in the backfield.
Gannon to the outside.
Oh, he tripped over his own feet.
Tripped on that paint line right there. We'd be having 6 already.
He's a fun back to watch, isn't he? Quick, small.
Oh, we've got a flag here. We'll see what. See if we got a after the whistle. Could be a sportsmanlike here. We'll see who it's against. They're talking to the JWP bench. May go against us. Yeah, I would think a big recipe for success is giving it to 25 tonight.
A lot of talking going on. Not sure.
That was something I saw last week, too. A lot of conversations between the refs and the umpire and the coaching staff and the players. Throw the flag, make the call, and get on with the game. Now we're going to have a conference here. It does look like it's going to be against JWP.
Nice run by Tom Gannon. Going to be brought all the way back. Not sure on the call yet. Hopefully we can get a hand signal of some sort to determine what the call is.
Looks like a 15-yarder. Legal procedure. Usually a flag like that's thrown right away, and that came after the play. So that's going to bring up first and 15.
I think they had somebody could not be on the line or something.
See if they run the same play the other way. Gannon up the middle. Fights for about 4. It's going to be 2nd and 11.
Hold down after a short gain brings up 2nd down.
If you're tuning in and you have my cell phone number, why don't you shoot me a text and let me know how things are going as far as quality. Oh, there's a false start. Nope. What are they doing? They're calling encroachment. Offsides on the defense.
Nice hard count, something that the Bulldogs have kind of perfected over the last couple of years. And that's going to bring it to 2nd and 6. You go back to Gannon. Off right guard there. Gets stopped at about the 20-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 5.
After a half-yard gain brings up 3rd down.
It'd be nice to see if the Bulldogs can establish that inside gain, just move those guys out. Medford does have a couple big linemen inside. Almost went with the hard count again. Looks like Medford's playing a 3-4 defense. They go back to their first play. Nice cut by Gannon. Stumbles. Looks like they're going to mark him at about the 4-yard line. Nice cut back by him. Good blocking downfield.
Fun to watch. It'll be Charlotte Hines' grandson. Thinking she's watching tonight.
Back to Gannon up the middle. Good for about 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and 2.
Another short pickup brings up 2nd goal.
Yeah, we're hoping the quality is a little bit better, sound-wise and video. Please give us some feedback. Let us know.
Gannon gets hit hard right at the line of scrimmage. Falls forward. Brings up 3rd and 2. This is where Bulldogs had trouble last week, too. We get inside the red zone, and we just have trouble getting that ball across the line. See if they go outside. Medford's really plugging the middle. Nice cut by Gannon. And he's in for the score. Touchdown.
Nice.
With 8:42 left in the first quarter, the Bulldogs are the first to strike.
Nice job, Tom.
Tom got hit right at the line of scrimmage and a nice little sidestep, and he gets through. Bulldogs are lining up for the extra point. And the kick is good. So with 8:42 left to go in the first quarter, the Bulldogs are up 7-0.
Who kicked that? Did you get a number on that? Is it number 50?
Number 50.
Jacob Guzzi. Nice job, Guzzi.
I think Guzzi's 2 for 2 on the year. He made one last week, too.
Yeah, then later in the game, they were forced to go for 2 point. There's 8 minutes and 42 seconds remaining. Clock got away from us here a little bit. Sorry about that.
Medford looks like they have their hands team. Running backs and quarterbacks in the front line. So we'll see if we kick it deep this time or continue with the onside kick. I think we've only kicked it deep once this year. Ball's back on the ground. Recovered at the 49. Not much of a chance for recovery there, and the Medford takes over at the 49. Let's see if the Bulldog defense can continue the hard hits. Give a shout out to the JWP traveling contingent. It's one thing the Bulldogs do, they travel to away games. They'll draw up the middle. After a 3-yard gain, it's going to be 2nd and 7 for the Tigers. Just cross midfield. First pass of the game. I was watching Van Ruden during warm-ups, and I was telling you, for a 10th grader, he's got a pretty good arm. It'll be interesting to see if the Bulldogs can stop that run, if they try and open it up a little better, because it looks like he's got a pretty good arm for a 10th grader. Tigers come out split 2 right, 2 left. And pass again. Medford coaching staff hoping that they got a little pass interference there. The ref says nope, which brings up 4th and 7. And it looks like they're going to go for it right at midfield. Neither team running a traditional kicking game strategy. We'll see if this works out or if they're going to, looks like they will have quarterback short snap and kick. So the quarterback lines up and shotgun, ends up kicking it. And we've got a turnover. Ball was almost dead, and we decided to try and pick it up as the Medford Tiger was going to down the ball. Not sure what was going on there, but that is a turnover in the red zone, and it will be Tiger ball inside the 5-yard line. See if the Bulldog defense can stiffen here. Dealt a tough hand. We've got our first sack of the game. Tigers roll out to the right. Kolstad with the sack. Nice job by him keeping his leverage, keeping outside contained.
was definitely not something that we wanted to happen on that,
No,
that punt return.
That's one of those things where you scratch your head, but a mistake that you hopefully learn from. 2nd and 13. Tigers back to pass and blown coverage and overthrown.
Not sure whose guy that was supposed to be.
Well,
what coverage.
They lined up in trips, and they had the 2 outside guys run to the post, and they had the inside guy run, the slot guy run to the flag, and all 3 of our defensive guys went with the 2 outside guys. That is the perfect picture of blown coverage.
And that was a great play call.
But on the positive note there, it was overthrown, and it's 3rd and 13. This is a huge play. See if we can get some pressure on the quarterback. We got almost intercepted. Good coverage right up the middle.
Kyle Von Ruden really wants that pass back, doesn't he?
He had him there, but it was good coverage. So
No,
instead of
1st
and goal at the 4, we're looking at 4th and 13. So
good job, Bulldog defense.
let's see if we can dig ourselves out of that hole and get the ball back. No damage done. Too early to say play of the game. Shout out to Freddie on that one.
Yeah, he loves plays of the game.
Ball's in the air. And we've got someone over the middle.
No.
Bulldog defense stops, though. Tackles him around the 5-yard line, and it should be Bulldog ball.
Jeez.
Big stand by the Bulldog defense.
Who got that tackle? That was a huge wrap him up and bring him down before getting in the end zone.
So after 4 plays, we take the ball over exactly where the ball would have been downed. So hats off to the Bulldog defense, and it's 1st down, 98 yards to go. Standing room only over on the visitor side tonight. And we've got a legal procedure, it looks like. False start. So we're going to be staring at 1st and 11 from the 1-yard line. Bulldogs come out and they stay in their shotgun. Give it to Gannon up the middle, and he falls ahead for maybe a yard. Going to bring up 2nd and 9, 2nd and 10. Quarterback keeper, designed run. Janicki takes it for about 3 yards, and it's going to be 3rd and 7. That's one thing last week we didn't see a lot of Janicki keeping the ball. I think he only rushed it 4 or 5 times. When you're running that read option, that quarterback has to be a threat, so it's good to see him taking the ball. See if we come out and keep it on the ground on 3rd and 7. We're going to have a flag here, it looks like, unless they missed it. Gannon's going to get about 2, and that's going to be 4th down. Looks like they could have called a false start or legal procedure, but I saw the ref grab for his flag, and he decided, let's just see how this goes. So with 5.5 minutes left, we're going to see the Bulldogs punt for the first time. Deep in their own end zone.
With the wind coming at us.
If we can get the ball out there 30 yards, that'd be a successful punt. Motion arc to the right. Low driving kick. Good bounce for the Bulldogs. And that's exactly what you want. No return. Ball's dead at the 41. Let's see if the Bulldog defense can come out and keep playing the way they have.
Nice job by Jacob Guzzi getting that out of there. It's a little nerve-wracking when you're sitting down there in the goal line. And
anytime you take take the ball at the 2-yard line. That's just a tough place to start a drive. Offensively, you're kind of limited in what you want to call. You have to have a lot of confidence to open up the playbook when you're only 2 yards from safety. Medford comes out in shotgun again. They got 3 right. Run the ball, 25. Marcus DeLeon, or DeLoyne, gets about 2. It's going to be 2nd and 8.
Shea Wheelock with a nice stop.
So far, the pursuit for the Bulldogs has been right on. Go and run the same play again. This time we got some missed tackles right up the gut. That's going to be a run of 10 yards. First down, Tigers. And the ball's going to be marked at the 38-yard line. Ran the same play. We might have changed the blocking scheme a little, but we had 2 linebackers right there. Should have made the stop, and he ran right through both of them. Tigers have come out in the same formation 3 plays in a row. They found something they like. They got run motion here. A little cross buck action. Joey Stockman, first one to hit.
That's a good read by Joey.
Yep, just got to wrap him up, but he slowed him up enough for his compadres to come in and finish the job. 3-yard gain brings 2nd and 7. Now they switch the formation up and they go trips left. Looks like the Bulldogs are showing blitz. They fall back. And we've got a guy wide open, but again, I think with the wind, it's just pushing that ball. He's got a good arm. Had a guy open. The ball just kind of sailed on him. So again, the Bulldog defense looks at 3rd and long. See if we can get some pressure on the quarterback. Chances are they're going to be putting it up in the air. One thing I've noticed is Van Ruden likes to look left on his passes. Run motion again. They go back to the ground, had a chance. Jack Fromm was the first one to make contact. Another big play here, 4th and 3. See if the Tigers go back to that inside draw or trap. They've run that 3 times this possession. Now they go back to the air and they fake it. And it's going to be Bulldog ball. Nice play.
44 is Connor Oldenburg. Nice play, buddy.
Nice read by him. Didn't bite on the play action. Actually, good disciplined play by everybody. Nobody was open. So once again, it's going to be Bulldog ball, 1st and 10. 80 yards to go. And we're looking at 3 minutes left to go in the first quarter. The clock that you see on the screen is going to be within a minute or so of accuracy. We'll try and keep it as close as possible. Got a little toss left, toss right. Gannon gets about 5. Nice play, 2nd and 5.
They get Tom on the outside. That's a good situation for us.
Yeah, the plays that have worked so far is when we get Gannon on the outside. Off tackle or on some tosses. Little misdirection, some motion. Tigers do have some meat in the middle. They got some big boys that are good at plugging things up. But if you can seal that outside linebacker on either side, I'll take Gannon on the outside anytime. Right there we go inside, and he's going to fall ahead for maybe 6 inches.
Guess we're going to be seeing Ryan Eustace here in a little bit.
So we're looking at 3rd and 3. We got a mishandled snap. Gannon falls on it, but that is going to
Fumble in the backfield.
be a loss of 4. Bring up 4th down.
Bulldogs, but loss on the play brings up 4th and 9.
Punting team will come on.
That punt gets caught up by the wind a little bit. No return. Ball's dead at the 42. Tigers will take over 42 yards away. And we have about a minute 16 left to go.
Bulldogs territory.
Number 63 for the Bulldogs in the game here. That's Andrew Larson. Pretty big fellow.
He should be a nice gap stopper there in the middle for the Bulldogs. Tigers go right up the middle. Nice stop. Andrew King ends up putting the nail in the coffin on that one. Gain of half a yard brings up 2nd and 9. So far, the Bulldog linebackers have done a good job of scraping off, fighting off blockers. When they have missed, they've missed open tackles. They're doing a good job of staying away from the blockers. Bringing a blitz here. And we're going to get pass interference. That's one of those where Andrew King, if he just could have turned his head around, may have had an interception. Ended up hitting him on the helmet. So that's going to be 1st and 10 after that penalty's walked off, and with 35 seconds left to go. In the first quarter, Tigers are going to have the ball at 26-yard line. Tigers back in shotgun again.
Andrew Larson on the tackle.
That may have been the last play of the first quarter. See if they get it off. They were looking at 10 seconds left to go. They don't seem to be in any hurry. I'm assuming the Tigers are just going to let the clock run out. So at the end of the first quarter, Bulldogs have a 7-0 lead against the Medford Tigers. Dodged a couple bullets.
We're going to play a sponsorship video now. All right, we're back here.
Little bunch formation for the Tigers. They run a little flare pass to the running back, and there is nobody in the vicinity. I can only hope that that's a hold. If it was an unnecessary hold because the Tigers could have walked in. They could have crawled in.
It is going to be a holding.
So let's see if they call it, and they do. Well, we got the coach out to see what we're going to get here, but I think it's going to go against the Tigers, which will erase that score. And I'm not sure. That's one of those things where you have an anxious player out there wanting to make a play, but we had nobody on that side of the field. Nice design by the Medford offense there. Ran a bunch on the right. Everybody went kind of down and across the field, and they ran their flare to the running back, and we had nobody at home to pick up that running back. So instead of 6 points for the Tigers, it's 1st and 10 at the 13. We'll see if they come back to that play later on. Now they run bunch to the left. They run kind of that switch there. Great defensive effort. He was open for a second, and Walker Miller for the Bulldog defense out of a safety position came over and knocked that ball. Good play by the safety there. Good recognition.
Walker Miller is a great athlete.
And
very athletic play.
That's one of those plays that Van Ruden, if he just puts that ball on a line instead of lofting it up, we've got a touchdown because he wouldn't have made it over. But good play by the Bulldog safety, and that's what he's there for. So now we have 2nd and 10, ball on the 13. Well, H-backs, we got motion. They're going to run a sweep. Hold up there, keep the flag in the pocket. Good pursuit, good block. It's good for 5 yards. Bring up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5. One thing the Tigers have done on 3rd down, they've made it difficult to know if they're going to run or pass. Pretty balanced offense between their play calls so far. Tigers try to hit their tight end over the middle, right through his hands. Good coverage, but could have been caught, and it would have been a touchdown, so that brings up 4th down. I think you guess that they're going to go to the air again. See if they go back to that bunch formation that's given the Bulldogs trouble, and they do. They're bringing their guys in. Last time we didn't cover the running back out of the backfield, and they run 2 guys across the middle and 1 guy out. See if we have that covered this time. There's the running back, and we do not have that covered. So something that Bulldogs have to work on at halftime is adjusting to that, because that formation is giving them fits. That's one of those plays that you hope the upperclassmen and the leadership on the defense will just recognize and say, hey, we're not going to let that happen again. But, again, we're kind of caught off guard, and nobody on that side of the field walks in. Good pressure up the middle, but the kick is good. So with 11:28 left to go in the 2nd quarter, Tigers strike back, and it is 7-7. Well, I'm guessing we're going to see a lot more of that bunch formation on both sides. See if that's something that we can either adjust right now or we can adjust at halftime. But back deep for the Bulldogs. 26, Ryan Eustace. And 25, Tom Gannon. See if we can put together a good return here. So again, game knotted up at 7. Ball's in the air. Fielded at the 30-yard line. Shea Wheelock with the catch there. Nice job by Shea. Bulldogs take over at the 30-yard line. Well, one thing that'd be nice is to see a nice 70-yard drive. Bulldogs offense the last couple drives kind of been stymied by a couple missed opportunities and just not getting anywhere on first down. They go back to Gannon. Nice blocking by everybody there. Gannon at the 40, dragging guys to the 30. That's a 40-yard scamper by Tom Gannon. And we are down at the 26, 27-yard line. Good job by Tom. Great blocking downfield.
That was the answer they needed.
Neat little spark.
Yeah,
I think after that first drive, we kind of thought maybe this was going to be easy, and this is going to be a tough battle all night. Need to establish something on the ground, and that is a stick. Nick Masso, inside linebacker there, shot the gap and loss of 2. Not much the Bulldogs could do on that one. Got to account for that inside linebacker.
Ryan Eustace now in the game. Number 26 in the backfield.
Bulldogs in shotgun. We're going to give it to Eustace. Nice cutback by him. He's going to pick up 6-7 yards.
Fresh legs.
Fresh legs, nice cutback. That play was designed to go probably outside tackle, and he made a nice cut in between the guard and the tackle. It makes a manageable 3rd down, 3rd and 6. Gannon comes back in. Looks like Joey Stockman comes out.
Take a look at our line, Lincoln. It's pretty small, isn't it? Our offensive line.
You know, one thing I noticed last week, too, we don't have a lot of size. We got a couple good guys, size-wise, but really, overall, team-wise, we're not a big team. And that is kind of run Eustace off we got flag on the play. I think they tried to use Gannon as a decoy there, and Tigers weren't having it.
Oh, it was a high snap, too, that definitely slowed
Threw
the
off
play
the
down.
timing.
Yep.
And that's one of the dangers with that shotgun is if that snap isn't right on, it can really mess up. Anytime you have a motion or anytime you're running something, timing's off, that play is going to be dead in the water.
They're going to hit them with an illegal motion.
That's the second
Illegal
or third
formation.
of those. So we are looking either at 4th and 8, or I would think that the Tigers would decline this.
They're declining it. 4th and 8.
Legal motion by the Bulldogs declined. It will be 4th and 8.
I think they're going to be forced to pass here. What do you think?
One thing that I didn't see a lot of last week was ball in the air by the Bulldogs. But, yeah, it'd be nice to see completion here.
Quick slant or something right across the middle and get your 7-8 yards that you need.
Bulldogs drop back. We've got nice. Jolstad with a great catch and a great pass. That's going to be a first down.
First down.
Tigers are saying they've got the ball, but
he was down.
That was about 10-yard in. Put the ball right on the spot. Jolstad uses his hands. Just a nice connection.
Very, very good athlete, Alex Jolstad is.
So 1st and 10, ball on the 15. This is a big drive for the Bulldogs. Establish some momentum. Go back to Gannon. Great cut by Gannon. Defensive lineman whiffed. And we were looking at 2nd and short. That could have been a loss on the play, and Gannon just takes a couple side steps, and 69 still getting up going what just happened. So we are looking at 2nd and 5 instead of 2nd and 12. Offensive line's got to make sure they don't let those guys come through there, though.
This is true.
We're looking at 8.5 minutes left to go. Bulldogs on the march. Lined up in shotgun, Gannon on the left. Jolstad on the right. They go to Gannon, breaks a couple tackles, falls ahead. It's going to be 3rd and short. You know, one thing I like about Gannon is he doesn't have breakaway speed, but very seldom does one guy bring him down.
He's got a motor.
Just a tough kid all the way around. 3rd and short. We're right in that yardage where we had trouble last week. Go back to Gannon, and that time he is stuck. And again, 69, he's been in there. That's Preston Hansen, 6'3", 275 D lineman. He's been in there 3 times this drive, almost unblocked.
Yeah.
And that can't happen. We've got to make sure that we keep him out. 3rd and 2, and now we're looking at 4th and 6. Something as an offensive lineman, you just got to know you can't let that guy get by you. Going back to the same play we had before, and it is a touchdown.
Yes.
And we're going to have it. We're going to have a hit too. Maybe a helmet-to-helmet hit. Again, that's the same route they ran on 3rd down before. Jolstad, great catch. Nice pass by Janicki too.
Yeah, this is something the State High School League has really cracked down on.
And I will say, safety first. That's just a tough play. Yeah, I guarantee you that defender is not trying to do anything.
No,
but
unintentional.
play football.
Definitely unintentional.
It's just one of the things where 5 years ago that's looked upon as just a great play and a great hit, and now you're seeing the yellow flag.
Yep. Who's that touchdown brought to you by?
Well, I'm going to give that touchdown to Williams Diamond Center. Extra kick.
No good.
Is good. What? Squeak through the left. Squeak through the left upright. So we have a 14-7 ball game. Bulldogs on top with 7 minutes left to go. And that extra point and touchdown was brought to you by Williams Diamond Center in Mankato, Minnesota. For all your diamond, emerald, ruby needs, head to Williams Diamond Center. Talk to Bill, Berta, or Jeremiah. That was a nice drive.
Very nice drive.
It was good to see a couple nice passes, something we didn't see a lot of last week, and some nice conversions on big plays, both the 3rd down conversion and the 4th down conversion. Both times Jolstad had to go up and get the ball, but on that route, that's where you want to put the ball. So nice connection.
Nice job, Josh Janicki.
Let's see if we kick the ball deep now that we have the wind in our back. Score 14-7. Be nice to pin them back deep and make them go 80 yards into the wind.
Well, there's not much wind. It looks like
it has died down a little bit, and that's what I was hoping.
Yeah. Maybe we will onside.
Now, you know what? We might onside now because it looks like the penalty that they assessed in the end zone, they're actually taking on the kickoff, which means we will be kicking off from the Tiger 45-yard line.
Really, this would be a perfect opportunity or perfect time to do it, but looks like they got their hands team out there again. And percentage goes down big time.
Oh, we got the old squibber going. And it is another
popped
onside.
out. It popped out.
Let's see what
I
happens.
think we got it.
And wouldn't that be great?
It's got to be close.
It looks like from the reaction it may be Tiger ball. Tigers ended up on top of it. Quarterback ends up the one that recovered the ball maybe. Nope, running back, 25. That was Marcus Dolan.
De Leon.
De Leon or De Leon.
I'd say De Leon.
We're going to call De Leon for this quarter. We'll adjust at halftime.
Okay, we need a big turnover, pick six or something, fumble right in the hands, and touchdown. What do you think?
The run motion, they're going to the sweep.
Oh, nice block.
Good blocking downfield by the Tigers. Good pursuit. And it's going to be close to a first down. Run a 9, 2nd and 1.
Shea Wheelock on the tackle, the shoestring tackle.
Bulldog linebacker got caught inside and just lost his leverage. Nice play design. Got to make sure we're on the outside and make that running back go back in. Let's hope that we can stiffen up on defense and keep the momentum going into the half and not give up a score right before halftime. Tigers come up the middle. Nice tackle.
Andrew Larson. Didn't stop him soon enough, though. Medford Tigers get a first down.
No, good play by Andrew. There's a kid with a lot of potential.
Only a sophomore.
Like to see him plug up that middle and make more plays like that.
Or is he a freshman? Sophomore.
So 1st and 10 for Medford. 6 minutes left to go in the first half. They've got 2 right, 2 left. Shotgun again. Looking to pass. We bring the heat. Ball's on the ground. Bulldogs bring the heat. And that will be a loss of 4. It's going to bring up 2nd and 14. It's one of the few times the Bulldogs have actually come out with an all-out blitz, and it worked. Tigers going to line up 3 left. And
Medford
right.
coach really wanted an incomplete pass on that one, and I don't think
I think that was a fumble.
That was a fumble. And the white cap says, nope, sorry, sir.
And Medford ran that little 10-yard out pattern there, and we had a guy open. And once again, the ball just sailed wide. So clock stops with 5:15 left to go in the first half. Brings up 3rd and 14. Bulldogs showing a little more pressure from the outside. Number 80, Andrew King's gotten in there the last 3 times. See if they bring him on the outside again. The Tigers have 3 left, 2 right, about as spread as you can get. The ball goes through the seam. Oh, great pass and great adjustment by the number 6 for the Tigers.
Coverage was there. Coverage was there.
That's just a perfect pass.
Yeah, very nice play by the Medford Tigers.
That,
Bulldogs, nothing hurt there. Nothing hurt. That's
behind the shoulder. It's actually a play just Gillis had to turn around 360 degrees to make that catch almost. Now Tigers go back up the middle. Falls ahead for about 5. Joey Stockman on the shoestring tackle. So right under 5 minutes left to go, and Tigers are on the march. And this is where last week we kind of, as a defense, gave up a couple big plays, and it'd be nice to see us stiff the backs up a little bit, get a stop here. 2nd and 6. Tigers 3 left. Andrew King again. Again, good coverage. Good coverage, but a completed pass for 15 yards. Puts the ball at the 15-yard line, 1st and 10 inside the red zone. That's the play that when I was watching them warm up, that's the play I was watching, that pass pattern right there.
And the score is it indicates 7-7. The score is actually 14-7. Bulldogs. Gain of about what, Lincoln? 7?
It's going to be a gain of 4, 2nd and 4. Or gain of 6, 2nd and, well, they're going to say 2nd and 2. Their marker is a little off.
First down.
It's going to be 1st and goal at the 4. So just under 4 minutes left to go. And the Tigers have first down, first and goal.
I'm going hurry up offense here. They're not giving the Bulldogs any time to adjust or talk.
They got a full house in the backfield. Good penetration by the Bulldog defense. And it should be no gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and 4. De Leon ran up in that full house. Tried to run with some power off the right guard, and great job by the Bulldog defensive line. So here again, 2nd and 4. See if the Bulldog defense can stiffen. Tigers line up in shotgun. De Leon on the right. Got 2 right, 1 left. I would think you're going to go with De Leon. They like that, almost kind of that halfback power right up the middle. And that looks like that's what they were going to do. And we're going to go legal shift. Should move Tigers back 5. Nice. Timely penalty for the Bulldogs. Unfortunate for the Tigers, which means 2nd and 7. We'll take that 5 yards. Okay, here's the formation that's giving us trouble. See if we figure it out. We got bunch right. You know, De Leon's either going to get it on a toss sweep, or they're going to run. They're going to run them out of the backfield, or they're going to run their slot to the corner. There it is. Picked up. Oh! Bulldogs had the interception. Shea Wheelock had it, bounced off his hands, and ends up in the Tigers' hands for a touchdown.
I think wasn't it Walker Miller that had that, number 20?
Oh, yes, it was. So Walker Miller had a chance at an interception right through his hands, and fortunate bounce for the Tigers. So some nice answer for the Tigers. A couple big completions. Field goal, extra point is good. And with 2:30 left to go in the half, it is 14-14.
The Janesville Walnut Bulldogs 14 and your Medford Tigers 14.
I think we could have had 3 interceptions on that drive, Jeff. Instead, all 3 of them ended up in in Tiger completions. So, with 2:30 left to go, we're all knotted up at 14. Really, the Bulldogs were in position on all 3 of those completions, too. Tigers have shown a tendency to not really kick it deep either. They kind of like to kick it on the side to the second row of return men. Let's see if they keep that as part of their kicking strategy. Looks like they go deep here, and the ball trickles into the end zone. So the Bulldogs will take it over at the 20. That was a nice deep kick. I'd seen Eustace and Gannon kind of sneak up to about the 30-yard line and thinking they were going to kick short, and sure enough. Bulldogs take over at the 20. 1st and 10. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the first half. And we come out spread 2 right, 2 left. Gannon on the left. Bulldogs are going to pass. We're going back to in and out of the hands. Brandon Sack on the end of that incompletion. Good pass, nice play design, good route. Just got to haul that one in.
Right off his fingertips, I think.
Bulldogs come out in the same formation. Gannon on the left of Janicki. Janicki in the shotgun. We're showing motion this time. Sack. We're going deep to Golstead. He breaks the tackle. He is gone. That is going to be a 80-yard touchdown pass. Great play call. They ran 3 to the left, motion to the left, and come back to the right one-on-one. And Jolstad's had a heck of a night. I think that's his 3rd or 4th big reception. And with 2:10 left to go, 80-yard touchdown strike from Janicki to Jolstad, and we're looking at a 20-14 lead for the Bulldogs. And that's a mismatch that you may look at exploiting all night. Jolstad's a big kid out there. Snaps a little high. Nice job by and beautiful extra point.
Jeez.
3 for 3. That would have been good from 45. So with 2:10 left to go, the Bulldogs are up 21-14. That 80-yard strike was brought to you by Dane's Body Works in Janesville, Minnesota. For all your body shop needs, stop by Dane's Body Works.
That was a huge play.
Huge play, great call design. You got Jolstad out on the right all by himself on an island. You motion away from him, and you leave him one-on-one with the safety in the middle of the field. And great strike. Gets him in stride. And kind of an arm tackle by the safety, and he's gone. Tigers preparing for an onside kick. Got the hands teamed up. Bulldogs kick it deep. Off the fingertips. Ball will be down to 21. There again, a little trickery on the kickoff. Kicker goes back, and we have someone else kick it deep. Nice job. Ball's dead at the 21. Nice creativity on special teams. So with 2:07 left to go, the Bulldog defense just has to stiffen up. Going to halftime with the 21-14 lead.
Oh, that was a great 80-yard touchdown pass, wasn't it?
Well timed, definitely needed.
Yeah. I think our passing game might take off after this.
Tigers line up. Trips right, shotgun. De Leon up the middle, good for 1.
Janicki really showed his arm accuracy with those.
Hit him right in stride.
Well,
The nice thing with Jolstad is he catches and brings that ball in with his hands. Every one of his receptions has been right up by the helmet, right by the face, and he's catching it with his hands, not using the shoulder pads, not bringing it in. That's what you want your receivers doing. So 2nd and 9. Bulldogs show blitz up the middle. Now they back off. Get that flare to the running back. A little better coverage by the Bulldogs that time. Good recognition by 44, Connor Oldenburg.
Looks like they must be in the cover 2. So they got
So the Bulldogs taking timeout, maybe hoping if they can stop the play here, force a punt, they'll get the ball back with a minute left.
thinking that's cover 2 is probably going to be the best defense against this. Especially against that flare. Keep the corner out there and keep the corner in the flat. And
yeah, they just have to make sure they account for that running back, especially in passing situations.
we do have a 2 safety look, don't we? That's one thing I've been trying to. So Eustace is at strong safety and Walker Miller's at free safety.
They have Eustace kind of stepping up a little bit, and Miller playing the middle of the field, but Eustace usually goes to the side that's got 2 or 3 wide.
You can run cover 2 in a lot of different ways. So
Well, the key is just making sure that you've got somebody assigned to that running back. They're going to run trips left. De Leon on the right. Now going give and go there. It's going to be out of bounds. Out of bounds. A little stop and go. They tried to do the same thing that we did. They put 3 on the left and came back on the single coverage on the right.
Out of bounds and incomplete. Nice pass, though.
So, a minute 23 left to go.
Score is 21.
14 Bulldogs.
14, the Bulldogs are ahead.
And we are setting up for a punt return. Gannon Eustace back. And we've almost had a block. Nice kick off the ball gets down to the 29. Great punt. Jolstad had a block punt, and the punter pulled it back in, took 3 steps to the right, and then booted about 45-yard punt. So the Bulldogs will take over at the 31. Minute 15 left to go.
Again, we're trying to keep up with the scoreboard and the clock as much as we can.
It's something really that JWP has to work on their budget. We should have 4 people up here instead of 2. So
any volunteers out there, come on, join the crew.
It's really hard to talk and push buttons and count at the same time.
I'm thinking Justin Frederick will be back doing the commentary next week, hopefully.
Bulldogs are in shotgun. Looks like they're looking for Jolstad again.
Ooh.
Janicki takes off, rolls out to the right, ends up picking up about 8 yards. That was a nice decision by Janicki. They had Jolstad right off the top, but I think they were trying to end up going deep with that, and good coverage by the Tigers deep. So with a minute 5, it'll be 2nd and 2. Good job by Janicki just to take what he could. JWP comes out, trips left. Gannon on the left. Little screen pass to Gannon, it looks like. Good stiff arm. Ooh, nice tackle. Nice tackle. I'm not sure who got him, but see where they mark it. But I think he's going to be short, or they're going to. Looks like it's going to be 3rd and 1. They may measure, though. Joe Joyce jumping up and down, making sure the clock stops. I think he might have lost a second or 2 there. So they are going to give him the first down on the spot. So ball on the 42-yard line, 1st and 10.
Next Friday, the Bulldogs will be at home, and they'll be taking on the USC Rebels.
And Joe Joyce gets his way. It looks like they're going to put 54.6, 4 seconds. So Coach Joyce watching that clock closely. We get 4 seconds back. Good job by him. It's the details that makes a good coach. So now 1st and 10. Janicki's rolling right again. Oh, he throws a rope. Nice catch, completed. Brandon Sack, that's good for 25 yards. That's a bullet.
He's a very accurate passer.
So that's going to be 1st and 10, ball on the 34.
He's definitely putting on a show tonight with his accuracy.
Nice route and catch by Sack.
Good on the run throw. Rolling out to his right and hitting him in stride.
Get that ball off. We got balls up. Ooh. Ball bounces off Gannon. Intercepted by the Tigers. And he runs out at the 42-yard line. So off the chest of Gannon, it would have been a tough completion, but unfortunate bounce. Tigers take over on the interception. And with 14.5 seconds left, they've got 60 yards to go for a tying touchdown.
Just as I say, accurate passer.
Yeah, that's something in broadcasting. It's called jinxing the quarterback.
Yeah.
We try not to do that.
Sorry about that, Josh.
So we'll put that one on AD Jeff Adams.
It's all my bad, my fault.
Let's see if the Bulldogs come with pressure, if they play back. We got a single safety in the middle of the field. See if we account for that running back out of the backfield. He is. There you go.
That's good coverage.
Good coverage, good coverage.
Brandon Sack on the coverage.
Brandon Sack had great coverage. We just got to get him to turn that head around. He'd have an interception. So that drops the clock down to 8.5 seconds left. So don't mind our 0 on there. We've got 8.5 seconds. And we got 2nd and 10.
Calling for the fumblerooski or something up. Double reverse.
We're going with the double reverse between the legs. Timeout, Tigers. They're going to draw one up here. So we'll see if the Bulldogs slack off a little bit. There's two methods to the madness here. You can either say we're gonna drop our guys deep, but we're gonna bring pressure so they can't set up the play, or you can just drop everyone deep and bring 1 or 2 guys and just kind of play a safety net. We'll see what the Bulldog defensive staff decides to do. Entertaining first half. A lot of tip balls. I think the Tigers have had a deflected touchdown pass, benefit off an interception the Bulldogs should have come down with. And then they get a interception off a drop pass by the Bulldogs going the other way. So we'll see what they do here. We've got 2 safeties deep, it looks like. Eustace. We got Sack playing off. 2 safeties are about 15, 20 yards off the ball. And Tigers are just going to run off the clock. Probably not a bad idea.
Yeah.
That's going to bring the half to an end. Bulldogs up 21-14.
Very entertaining first half, and exactly how we predicted it. We don't know who's going to win this game. It's we don't know a lot about each team. Actually, we don't know a whole lot about the Bulldogs yet. A lot of new faces, a lot of new players that are stepping up into the starting role. Lost a lot of seniors last year and kind of rebuilding, retooling the shed or whatever you want to call it.
The one thing that's encouraging this first half is that connection between Janicki and Kolstad. That's been right on the money. I think they're 4 for 5, and they've converted 2 third downs, a 4th down, and an 80-yard touchdown pass. And if you can have that connection where you've got that chemistry between quarterback and your number 1 receiver, that's going to go a long ways. Gannon's had a good half, some nice tough runs, some nice cuts up the middle. I'm predicting this is going to be a game of just big plays and momentum in the second half.
Yeah, who's going to make the most?
Who's going to make the least amount of mistakes and who's going to take advantage of those mistakes?
Capitalizing off mistakes.
We want to thank our sponsors again. Without them, we wouldn't be able to sit here and broadcast to you. We got McPherson Crop Management. I want to thank them. They're out of Janesville, Minnesota.
And just a side note on McPherson Crop Management, Lyncon and I play in a golf league every Tuesday night, and we have the name McPherson Crop Management. We've won the golf league last 2 out of the 3 years. Just throwing it out there if any of our teammates are out there listening. Congratulations on another fine year golfing.
And if you were going to go and analyze that accomplishment, I mean, there's very few things that I guess would stand up to what we were able to do this year. We're definitely undermanned. We usually only have 9 out of the 10 that show up. A lot of us are out of shape, and yet we found a way to get it done.
And Lincoln's always the best dressed, that's for sure.
So we want to thank all our teammates and all those that showed up every Tuesday night. As, again, we took the crown back for the Summer League Tuesday night golf.
Yep. Congratulations. Sports Guy chest bump. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
All right. I want to thank Hardware Hank, Janesville, Minnesota.
They have everything you need.
Everything.
You think of it. You need it for your house. Get up there to Janesville Hardware. Ask Mike and Wendy what they can do for you. Deb Witt's also out there. And I think Callie Morton, she went back to college, so Maybe she'll come back on the weekends and work. But you ask them what you need, and gall darn it, you'll get it.
So next time you're thinking about heading over to Mankato to get something, give them a shot because they probably have what you're going to drive 15 miles to go look for. Again, Janesville State Bank, thanks for your sponsorship. For home, car, anything like that, personal loan, give them a shot. They want to work with you to help build a better place in Janesville.
And get that debit card. Get the Trinity Lutheran debit card or the Janesville Alder Pembroke debit card and give back to your schools.
AA King Construction, the royalty of construction. You've got a project that needs to be done, give them a shout.
And he does fine work. I've heard a lot of good things about AA King Construction.
And we've got JIA, Janesville Insurance Agency. They're a first-year sponsor, I believe.
Yep.
Give them a call.
Yep, they'll give you a free quote.
Rhapsody Music over in Mankato.
These fancy headsets that we have on right now are courtesy of Rhapsody Music. Pretty much any musical thing that you can think of, they've got.
You got kids in band, they need an instrument, stop by Rhapsody Music, see if they can help you out. Vincent Plumbing and Heating for all your plumbing and heating needs, which I can't believe I'm saying it, but I'm glad I brought a coat tonight. It's a little chilly out here.
It is chilly.
Glad the wind went down.
Yeah.
So if you have any heating, plumbing needs, give Vincent a call. And then we got Smith's Mill Implement, located 3 miles outside of Janesville on Highway 14.
They sell a lot more than your farm tractor equipment. I purchased my lawnmower through them, and let's see what else today. A lawn or a power broom. They have pretty much anything you can think of that heavy duty type quality stuff up there at Smith's Mill Implement. Give them a shout. Williams Diamond Center, they are a relation to Lyncon and myself. Jeremiah Johnson is a year older than me, and his brother Joe Johnson. Their mother and father, Bill and Roberta, own Williams Diamond Center and have been supporting Bulldog activities for a very long time. And we want to thank them for their sponsorship and any anniversary, birthday, Christmas, whatever. Anytime you're looking for a gift, definitely diamonds will do the trick, right, Lyncon? Or gold.
I try and stay away from any of that stuff now, but at one time it served its purpose, yes.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
and then Dane's Body Works, they took over where Jeff's Auto Body was, and you can see that they're extremely busy. They put up a new shed, new shop. Have plenty of vehicles and things that are for sale. They do a lot, so give them a shout. Any auto body work that you might need, give them a shout. And we're going to take a break here. I'm going to play a video. I'm going to play a video for you, and sponsor video, and we'll Got a full moon tonight. Halftime score 21 for the Bulldogs and 14 for the Medford Tigers. I'd say definitely Lyncon was talking earlier that Alex Chalstead and Josh Janicki connection has been the key in that first half. 2 touchdown connections.
I think it's going to be a key for the whole season.
Yeah.
I think last week we kind of settled on being able to go to Gannon all the time, and as the game wore on, it got harder and harder to get valuable yards. And if we can open up the passing game, that's just going to give Gannon that much more room on those sweeps and anything around the end, because now they're going to have a safety instead of being up on the line. They're going to have a safety covering that deep pass. So anytime that you can spread that ball and get more of a balanced offense, that's a good thing for the running game.
As you can see, we got a full moon tonight. A lot of good things or bad things happen on full moon nights. We'll see if it helps the Bulldogs to a victory. Pretty fun game to watch. Like I said, we don't know a whole lot about Medford, and Medford doesn't know a whole lot about us. Coming over now, this is the first year of district football. State High School League has instituted that, which is advantageous for, I would say, most all of the state of Minnesota. I'm sure there's a handful of schools that did not like the restructuring of things. You know, you lose those rivalries and other things, but for the most part, I think it's been a very good thing for the state of Minnesota, especially for the large schools.
Well, we'll see if the Bulldogs can come out and maintain that momentum that they had at the end of the second quarter. I always had a coach that said the first 3 to 5 minutes of the third quarter is the most important part of the game.
You know, switching over from iHigh, which is a free streaming service, to the NFHS network has been quite the task for me. I've spent several hours trying to figure out all the ins and outs of the program and the streaming software, but I think it's going on without a hitch tonight. I think everything's a little more quality. As far as us as announcers go, the headsets are awesome. The camera seems to be good. Any feedback that any of you that are out there watching can give us as far as how we can improve the stream, let us know. I know getting new announcers would be probably the first step, or at least getting rid of me. Getting Frederick back in the box here will help things along.
I would say the chemistry between me and you is little to none, dull at best.
Yeah, well, I have to focus in on my camera work. Otherwise, I'd say I give myself a B- on the camera work in the first half. Definitely got to work on that a little bit more. Getting used to this new tripod too. It's a little stiff. We got to loosen it up.
Well, we're coming up on about a minute left to go in the halftime festivities.
We'll switch back to that score bug bottom so we get all the action in.
So it'll be interesting to see if Coach Joyce comes out trying to keep that aerial attack alive, or if we go back to the ground like we did the first quarter.
I'd say a good combination of those two things will prove to be the difference in the second half if we can mix it up. And
well, I was telling you off mic that I'd be tempted to not try and go deep right off the bat. I think it's been there all night. Obviously, Janicki and Jolstad have had kind of a nice chemistry working, and if the coverage is there, I'd have a hard time on first down not going deep and just seeing if you can't just put another 60, 70-yard completion together. Tigers look like they're going to get ready to take the field. Bulldogs are huddled up.
we get to receive here, so see how this goes.
We're getting ready to start the third quarter. Your JWP Bulldogs up 21-14 in which has been an entertaining game so far. A couple deflections, both benefiting the Medford Tigers. One bounced off Bulldog safety and into the hands of a falling down wide receiver for a touchdown. And then at the end of the half, going in for a score, Tom Gannon has one hit off his shoulder pads, and Medford safety ends up with the interception. So outside of that, it's been a pretty clean game. Medford lined up and ball's in the air. Gannon to return. He's got some good blocks, nice cut. Breaks a couple tackles and cuts back. And he's one or two blocks away, brings it out to the 49-yard line. Just across midfield. Good job by Tom Gannon.
That was fun to watch.
Good blocking all the way down the field. He had one guy, if he could have got past him, we had a couple blockers up around the 35, kind of forming a delayed wall, and he may have gone all the way.
It's a great way to start the half.
Bulldogs come out. Jolstad on the right. Looks like they've got Gannon in the slot. See if they run him in motion. They usually do if he's up in the slot. And they got Eustace on the left at the halfback position. And here we go. Got motion to Gannon. Run the sweep to the left. And nice power run by Gannon. Good for 7 or 8 yards. Brings up second and short.
That's a big hit on the side there.
Well, nice thing as a running back, Gannon took that hit right head on.
Brian Eustace back on the field, giving Gannon a rest.
Got Jolstad split to the right, shotgun. We go to Eustace, good cut.
Gosh,
That's good for 12, 15 yards, and that's going to be a first down Bulldogs. Brings it down to the 37-yard line.
quite the luxury having both Eustace and Gannon in the backfield. Both very small, quick, agile, pretty good vision.
Eustace did a great job there playing off his block, setting up his blocker, just kind of hiding behind him, and then took one step and boom, straight up the field. They go back to him again, same play.
Oh, my. He looks like a different running back this week, doesn't he?
Last week he didn't have a lot of forward bite to him. He just kind of looked a little hesitant.
Yeah,
today
he's
he's going
first
after
game
it.
jitters and nerves, and maybe overthinking things, and
picks up 5 there, 2nd and 5.
but tonight he's making some good cuts, just kind of letting the instincts take over, and very nice running by Ryan Eustace. We'll take 5-6 yards each time. Gannon back on the field. He'll take the carry. About 3 yards, wouldn't he?
He's going to fall ahead for 2 or 3 yards, bring up 3rd and short.
Well, they're playing your strategy here, Mr. Olson. Gone run heavy. I think pretty soon they're going to break out the pass. Maybe not on this 3rd down, but might be a...
Go with the hard count there, see if they can get an extra 5. Tigers hold. Adjust the play. Goes back to Gannon up the middle. Nice cut, nice block. Great seal block. That'll be 1st and goal at the 1. That's some of the best blocking we've seen all night. We just collapsed down on that middle linebacker. He thought he was going to make the stop, and boom, he just got avalanched.
Kind of nice is we picked up a offensive lineman from Minnesota State University, Mankato, on the coaching staff. His name is Coach Rosa, Evan Rosa.
I thought you were going to say we picked him up and he was playing.
No, that would be nice, but that probably
Gannon up the middle. Touchdown Bulldogs.
Touchdown Gannon, Tommy Gannon.
A little misdirection there.
Give some props to the offensive line on that drive. That was outstanding.
That was a physical, we're going to come right at you offensive drive. I think maybe at halftime the coaching staff said we're going to just stick it right down their throat, and that's what they did. So 3-minute drive, 49 yards. Let's see if the kick is going to be 4 for 4 tonight. High snap, nice place, and it's good.
Jeez.
Your Bulldogs lead 28-14. I know we're only 2 games in, but that to me that was the most impressive drive we've had this year.
That was outstanding.
You come out and you kind of say we're going to keep the momentum, and like I said, the first 5 minutes of the third quarter is just so important, and they just came out and they looked like they were ready to go.
Yeah.
So we got 2-score lead on them right now.
Like I was saying, Coach Rosa's from MSU Mankato, and he was part of that Division II National Championship game team. And he has added a lot to this coaching staff. He's worked extremely hard in preparing our Bulldogs, and all on a volunteer basis. And we thank him for his volunteerism and helping our program be more successful. Because obviously, being a college football player, you can bring a lot to a high school football team. Instant respect, for sure, by the players.
We'll see what kind of kicking strategy we have this time. Looks like we have a traditional lineup. And we're going deep again. And it does. It finds a hole and goes dead. And the ball falls, basically kind of stops at a roll at the 25, and they jump on at the 26. So second time we've gone deep, and both times have been positive result. Nice job by, was it 20? Who's 20? Shea?
Nope.
Walter Miller.
Walker
Miller. He's done that twice tonight, both times. Kicked it inside the 25-yard line. Good job by him. Now let's see what the Bulldog defense has. And we'll see if the Tigers come out and go back to the run, or if they come out passing thinking they need to get back in the game, be a little more aggressive. Run a sweep to the right. Some good blocks out front, but they string it out. Good job by pursuing. Great job by pursuing the ball carrier all the way out of bounds. He ran about 60 yards to get 2. We'll do that all night. Tigers kind of going to a hurry-up offense a little bit. We've got trips left. Go back. Oh, nice shoestring tackle.
Shea Wheelock with the tackle.
Yeah, Nick Frederick and Shea Wheelock in on that one. So that brings up 3rd and 8. Be great here to go 3 and out and get the ball back the way our offense came out to start the third quarter. Tigers line up 5 wide, 3 left, 2 right. Looks like Andrew King's looking like he's going to come, and he's got him, and quarterback takes off.
Not a whole lot going there.
Gain of 3. That's going to bring up 4th and 5.
Good defense. Wow.
Good pressure by the Bulldogs on that one.
A whole different team here in the second half so far for the Bulldogs. They've transitioned into a
what?
Dominant force.
Bad snap.
Ooh,
Just gets it off. Just gets it off. Looks like it's going to blow dead at the 47-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 with 8:06 left to go.
I've been getting some text messages from people watching, and they say the quality is pretty good. Sound is good. Everything's going well. Got a couple of requests from people to stop stating the obvious, but that's kind of the way I broadcast. State the obvious, right? Somebody's got to state it.
You know, you live your life that way.
Ooh, Joey Stockman with the tackle.
Gannon had some room to the outside if he could have kept his footing there.
Joey Stockman brought him down.
Yeah, I'm guessing as the temperature gets down there, the grass may be getting a little slick too. Get some dew on there. It has cooled down probably 10, 15 degrees. Beautiful night for football.
Perfect football weather. The wind is near 0 right now.
Got Gannon. Eustace up the middle. He's going to plow ahead for about 5 yards.
5 or 6, yeah.
It's going to be 3rd and 4. Nice little fake toss to Gannon. And a little, almost like a little fullback trap going the other way. So your Bulldogs are faced with 3rd and 3. 7 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter. Jolstad out to the right. Go back to Gannon. Nice cut up the middle. He'll have a 1st down. Falls ahead for 6. Now, so far in this 3rd quarter, the Bulldogs have kind of just come out and said, we're just going to run it right down your throat. Haven't attempted a pass yet. Haven't even looked to pass. Got 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Eustace back in for Gannon. Doing a good job of keeping the running backs fresh.
Coach Joyce is doing a very nice job play calling right now. Doing what's
working. Nice cut by Eustace up the middle, and he breaks a couple tackles. He's still on his feet, and
Nice run, Ryan.
Great run. Brings it down to about the 10-yard line. Looks like they're going to mark it at the 9. That inside draw or the inside power, whatever they call it, that's been working real well. Running backs have been waiting for that block, and there's 2 or 3 times where the Tiger defensive lineman or linebacker thought they had an open shot, and they just get collapsed on by the pulling or crossing offensive lineman. Just a nice setup. 1st and goal at the 8. Go back to Eustace, and this time he finds it a little harder. Looks like he gets back to the line of scrimmage, and hey, we've got a flag. We haven't had too many. I think that's only the 3rd or 4th one. See what we have here.
Holding call on the offense, going back 10 yards. He spotted the foul. Holding on the offense.
So they're going to repeat 1st down. It's going to be 1st and 18.
This is where I might whip out a pass.
So let's see if they go back to that 10-yard slant to Jolstad.
I'm going to guess they're going to go here. What do you think?
I'd love to see the slant and go on the outside, but they're going to run Janicki. Nice cut back, some good blocks. He's still on his feet, and they're going to get block in the back off the cut. Jeez. That's a tough call because really the offensive lineman really doesn't have a choice because when that running back stops and changes directions, the defensive guy, he'll turn his back, and sure enough, they're going to get block in the back. Just a tough circumstance.
It's going to be 1st and 30 here. Or not quite 30, but 1st and 25 maybe.
I think you're going to be pretty close to 1st and 30.
Jeez.
So depending on where they mark it. So not sure how that only ended up being 3 yards. They must have marked it from the spot of the foul, but
they're going to have to pass.
1st and goal from the 21. Clock keeps ticking. 5.5 minutes left to go. Got a screen pass to Joey Stockman. Nice job by him breaking, falling forward for 3 or 4 yards. That still leaves us in 2nd and 15.
Lincoln, you're doing a fine job on the scoreboard, although it's 28-14.
28-14. Check.
He's got a lot. We're a two-man crew. We could use 2 more guys. That's for sure.
Gannon around the left side. Nice little stiff arm there. Breaks a couple tackles.
Close to
It's going to be brought down at the 3-yard line, it looks like.
nice run.
That makes a manageable 3rd down now.
Gain of 13.
So now instead of a 3rd and long, we've got 3rd and looks like 2.5.
Tommy Gannon and Ryan Eustace combined have got to be pretty close to 180 yards. Just a rough guess.
I was going to say
both of them are close to 100, or approaching it.
Go to Eustace up the middle, untouched.
Yes.
Just scampers into the end zone. And that is touchdown number 5. Bulldogs 34. Your Medford Tigers, for those that are from Medford, 14.
Impressive drive, impressive second half here by the Bulldogs. Good coach calls, coaching calls by Coach Joyce and his team. Connor Morton on the sideline with Ryan Lidke. That's good.
We are 5 for 5 on PATs. Good snap, good hold, good kick. So with 4:02 left to go in the 3rd quarter, it is 35-14. If you want to change that score, Jeff, that would be wonderful.
So this is a crucial possession for the Tigers. If they do not get a touchdown here, or a good offensive series, it's gonna be tough sledding for them. What do you think?
I think if
the confidence factor, kind of the throwing the towel type thing. I know that.
I think if you're on the Tigers sideline, your goal is you want to get 3 or 4 first downs, take 3 or 4 minutes off the clock, and just try and regain a little bit of composure. I mean, the first half was a pretty competitive game, pretty even both ways.
So kicker Shea Wheelock. Oh, Walker Miller comes up and kicks it down the field again.
This time it's fielded in the air. Tigers take it at the 25 and bring it out to the 36. Number 86 for the Bulldogs. In on the tackle. If you're on the Bulldogs defense, this is the time where you kind of try and put the nail in the coffin. I remember 3 or 4 games last year where we had a chance to put teams away and we let them back in, and all of a sudden it was a barn burner in the 4th quarter. So it'd be nice to see us go 3 and out here.
How nice is it to have an extra point kicker in Jacob Guzzi?
Oh, wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Good pursuit. Andrew Larson with the tackle there. Tigers pick up 2.5. It'll be 2nd and 8. Joey Stockman with the tackle.
Connor Oldenburg coming to help.
And no gain on the play, and it's now 3rd down.
Nice play by Joey Stockman, breaking down and making that tackle, not allowing the running back to juke him.
Tigers go trips left.
It's interesting, Medford has their players on the sideline, kind of like Oregon football. They have their players calling the play. The coach tells them.
Here's a route we've seen all night, and they're gonna
Interception.
Well, they're gonna call that offensive possession, I'm guessing, and if not, they're gonna call interference. Although I think that was actually a perfect play by Eustace. Well, that's a play that they've run 3 or 4 times, and this is the first time that we've covered that outside route. And good play by Eustace, great catch by the Tigers. I don't really think the flag should have been thrown. So they'll obviously decline that pass interference. That'll be 1st down for the Tigers at the 38-yard line of the Bulldogs.
I don't know. I'm not going to say anything, but
now we go Tigers trips right. You got 1 left. Another hard count. And it looks like we'll pump fake and go. Well, stop and go by the Tigers on the left side. Sam Eustace bit a little bit, but a nice recovery, and the ball sailed out of bounds. Clock stops with 2:22 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Your Bulldogs up 35-14. See if the Bulldogs come with a little pressure this time. You got to think that the Tigers are going to try and put it in the air a little more. Andrew King's done a good job all night when he's had a chance to pin his ears back. See if he can get in there and disrupt some pass plays here. Now we got a stop on the field, and we got some
equipment.
We got equipment, contact, mouthpiece, or we got a sick referee. Looks like trying to catch his breath a little bit. Ooh, looks a little dizzy.
I've never seen this stopped.
On the way that they're holding his hand, he might have
dislocated a finger or
might
something.
have got his hand caught in between some of the football players. It looks like they're trying to jerk a finger back into place. That's just our guess, but the way he's stumbling around and kind of holding his arm, could have a dislocated finger.
Ooh, yep, there it is.
For a second, a couple times I thought he was going down for the count. Looked like he was ready to pass out there. So
it's back in. Yep, let's go.
All right.
Yep, I'm good. Little.
There's a perfect example why you can say they're never overpaid.
Exactly.
So with 2:22 left to go, let's recap. 35-14.
It's a dangerous gig.
Dangerous gig, yes. So 35-14, Bulldogs have scored on their first 2 possessions of the second half, played some pretty stellar defense. The Tigers are mounting a little bit of a drive here, have the ball at the Bulldogs' 38-yard line, and they are sitting at 2nd and 10. And there is 2 minutes and 22 seconds left to clock, even though your screen says 0. We'll get that fixed here in a second. A little throwback screen, nicely covered by the Bulldogs. Joey Stockman and 66.
Chad
Guzzi and Stockman in on that. A nice design play, but a better defense. Not falling for the motion to the right. Quite obvious the Tigers are going to come out and they're just going to keep passing. Complete pass looks like it'll be good for 11.
First down.
So on 4th and 5, we give up 7 yards there.
See, I'm going to tune in here because these players on the sideline are calling in the plays pretty And they hold up those signs. As you can see the sign there, Jimmy John's. Pretty interesting. Oh,
Nice defense there. That time they ran that same stop and go route, and that time Sam Eustace did not bite and came within a couple inches of taking an interception. That's a terrible sentence right there.
that's all right.
But I can't see through this. It's been a long, long week, I think. Tigers come 2 right, 2 left. A little stack formation on the left there. They're going to go right back to that same route. This time good recovery. Is that Andrew King out there? Andrew King with great recovery. Tigers had a wide receiver open at about the 5-yard line. Ball sailed a little bit, but just good recovery by the Bulldogs and Andrew King, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 10. They like that stop and go route. Run that 3 times on this drive alone.
Medford coach is looking for some type of interference. I don't think he was going to get it on that play.
Well, and unless the ball's in the air, you're not going to get that call. Now we're going to run that route that they've run a couple times in the first half, and actually surprised they haven't come back to it more. Completion, good for about 6 yards. It's going to be 4th and 3, 4th and 4. They're going to give them 7 on that. So under a minute left to go.
Well, they're going hurry up.
They're going to pick up the pace a little bit. We got trips right, 2 left. Quarterback sitting all alone. Looks like the Bulldogs are manned up on the outside. Good pressure inside. Nice completion. And it'll be 1st and goal at the 1. Walker Miller close to breaking up that 4th down, and nice tough completion. They come in full house backfield. Ball's on the ground. Botch snap. Gonna lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, they don't want that to happen.
That should be the last play unless they go in the hurry up. It could be the last play of the 3rd quarter. And from the looks of it, we're going to just run it out. So after 3, JWP Bulldogs 35, Medford Tigers 14.
And they're threatening. And we're going to play some sponsorship advertisement here.
I want to thank all our sponsors.
And
All right, I think we're back. Getting ready to start the 4th quarter. Tigers driving, 2nd down, ball on the 3-yard line.
Lincoln's going to update the scoreboard on the bottom there. That's going to be a touchdown. Wide open.
Nice defensive play. Who is that? Got his paw up in the air. Can't see it from here.
Sam Eustace.
Sam Eustace.
That'd be Ryan Eustace's younger brother.
That there was a for sure touchdown. Great athletic play by him.
That was totally going to be a touchdown. Sam Eustace with the maybe play of the game?
I don't know when it's 35-14 if that would.
Well, it's crucial.
I think so far I'd go with that 80-yard touchdown.
Okay, fine.
But that was defensive. On the defensive side, I'd say play of the game so far. So here we go. Oh, nice stop there. Come on. Oh, great.
Walker Miller, nice tackle.
Great tackle by Walker Miller. Way to fill the hole from the safety position.
Shea Wheelock.
Once again, you're 4th and 3. You get 1st and goal at the 1.
Yep.
That's just Bulldog pride right there. The Blue Dog defense shows up. Fourth and 1. They got in their bunch formation. This is the formation I'm surprised they haven't gone back to more often. They're going to run that running back out of there. We have it somewhat. Oh, we should be able to stop that. That flare out of that formation again. Running back open on the sideline. And Tigers come within 2 scores there, 35-20. You know, as much success as they have had out of that formation, the fact that they only ran it once they didn't run it at all in the 3rd quarter. I'm just surprised that they don't line up in that every time until we figure it out. PAT is, well, that's a nice kick too. PAT is good. And with 11:06 left to go, it's 35-21.
It's almost, looks like they got a field goal kicker on their hands.
That's a pretty impressive boot. To say he could be kicking for the Vikings soon, like maybe next week. You haven't even talked about fantasy football yet, Jeff.
I know. Well, Blair Walsh is having a rough preseason. I think he might. He just signed his big contract. He's just going to collect his money and be done, or what?
Well, why not?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a nice deal if you can get that. You got the Golden Gophers kicking off next Thursday against number 2 TCU.
MSU Mavs against UMD. That's going to be a good one on Thursday night at MSU.
You got big games all over the state. For those of you interested in Nebraska Cornhuskers, they kick off Saturday against BYU. So 11:06 left to go, 35-21. And nice kickoff. Eustace back all by himself. Picks it up at the 15. Nice little cut. Runs out to the 30-yard line. Nice job by him. 15-yard return. Bulldogs will take over at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, I think we have to answer here. With 11 minutes to go, there's plenty of time for Medford to come back here. Win. Score is 35-21 on the scoreboard right now. It says 35-14. That is now going to be corrected.
And again, that's not something I get paid to do, but I'll volunteer my time.
Well, I'll give you a dime every time every time you change the score.
Gannon up the middle, and this time he is met at the line of scrimmage, maybe lost a yard. So 1st and 10 is going to turn into 2nd and 11.
Not a whole lot of blocking on that play. I'll have to admit that.
Now, if you can find the right matchup here, might not be a bad idea to think maybe go back to Jolstad on the outside if you can get the one-on-one coverage you had in the first half. I don't think we've attempted a pass in the second half, have we?
Yeah.
Maybe one. We got Gann in motion. We're going to go with that sweep on the outside. That's worked nice. Nice cut. Break a couple tackles, and that's good for 7-8 yards. So it's going to be 3rd and 1. That's one of the plays that's really worked well. That in motion kind of almost like a jet sweep.
Yeah, you get Gann on the outside, good things are going to happen.
So with that last run of 7-8 yards, it's going to bring up 3rd and 1. With 9:54 left to go in the 4th quarter. This is a big play for the Bulldogs. And they're going to throw a flag. Yes, they are. Great play by Eustace. Going to be brought back. Illegal motion. False start. You call it. We had the wide receiver at the bottom of the screen that just wasn't set. So instead of first and 10, we're going to be back at 3rd and 6. That's too bad.
You know, as a former running back, how deflating is that, Lyncon?
It's deflating, especially when you get into the 4th quarter. It's one of those things where you go back to the huddle and you just, tap the guy on the head and say, try not to do that again.
That would be frustrating. A whole lot of work for a whole lot of nothing.
Yep. I had a couple big plays called back from that. And it is deflating, especially if you get hit hard at the end.
Like Ryan did. He got brought down pretty good.
So 3rd and 6. Eustace in motion. Janicki back, and Jolstad with the cut, and time it looked like we had a little miscommunication on what route we were running. We had him on the inside, and it looks like Janicki was going towards the outside. So we took off about a minute and 10 seconds off the clock.
Not exactly what we were looking for on that drive.
No. And it brings up 4th and 6. High snap. Good punt in the air. Nice roll. Ball's going to be dead at the 29-yard line. Been pretty impressive punting tonight by the Bulldogs. Nice kicking game. Right there is a perfect example of how just one small penalty can totally kill a drive. So with 9:04 left to go, Tigers down by 14. A little bit of momentum switch here. See if the Bulldog defense can either get some pressure on the quarterback. One thing we haven't really had tonight from them is a turnover. Sure be nice to get one now.
Yeah, we had a turnover right away starting out. Remember, fumbled. First play of the game pretty much. Fumbled right into our arms.
Yeah, I'm talking about after that.
Oh, okay.
Like the rest of the game.
Oh. I hear you. I'm following you now.
Are you? Good first down, run of 6. It's going to be 2nd and 4, maybe 2nd and 5. Well, this is where the clock becomes the Bulldogs' friend. Coming up on 8.5 minutes. Low snap. Nice handle by Tigers quarterback. Run up the middle for a first down. The fact that the Tigers have kind of gone back to the run makes me think the coaching staff has a little confidence that he's got time to establish that running game again, march down the field, score, and still have enough time to score again. We need to stiffen up on defense here. Get a couple stops. Got balls loose. Ball slips out of the hand. It looks like they're going to go with that 5-yard out. Instead, it's going to be a loss of 8 or 9.
That was there.
That was there.
I don't know how many yards he would have got, but he would have definitely completed that pass.
Yep. That time we were covering the deep route, and he had about a 10-yard cushion there. So good for the Bulldogs. 2nd and 19, and the clock keeps ticking. which I'm kind of surprised. They've been running kind of a hurry-up offense the whole third quarter, and now with 7 minutes left to go, we've kind of slowed down a little bit. So 2nd and 19. Nice scrambling by
Shea Wheelock and Nick Frederick on the
Rudin.
tackle.
Had a chance to get a sack, but instead we're looking at 3rd and about 17.
Another shout out to our sponsors. Thanks to Dane's Auto Body, or Body Works, Williams Diamond Center, McPherson Crop Management, Hardware Hank and Janesville Hardware.
Oh, great ball, great ball. That's the route they were working on before the game, and I told Jeff, I said, he's got an arm if they run that route. So 16-yard completion brings up 4th and 1, 4th and 2. They got to hurry up. Man, be nice to stop him here. Full house. Had him. Oh, he's going to fall forward. They're going to give him the first, I think. Got it by about 6 inches. We had him stopped. He spun around, broke a tackle, and fell forward. So it's going to be 1st down Tigers at the 47-yard line. Nice effort by, I don't know why I keep putting this down, De Leon. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Tigers at the 47-yard line. Oh, that was there also. At some point, we got to make sure we're not biting on that stop and go. They've been running that all night, and there again it was open. They run that little stop and go, and was a little too aggressive on that, and that would have been a touchdown if we would have made that connection. So instead, it's incomplete. Lucky for us, and it's 2nd and 10. There's that little seam route over the middle. Tigers looking for interference, and they're not going to get the call. Clock stops with 6:05 left. And it also brings up 3rd and long. So looks like the Bulldogs are going to have Andrew King off the line, helping out and dropping back in the coverage. So it looks like we probably won't be bringing any heat here unless we come up the middle, showing blitz, and then we drop off. That's going to be overthrown. And that's seam route again. And that's the 3rd incompletion in a row, and it brings up 4th and 10. And Tiger coaching staff trying to talk to the referees about hand checking and things like that. But from what we can see up here, that was a pretty good defensive play. Now on 4th down, they go back to that bunch formation. And here comes the running back out of the backfield. And he is open again. But that time we stopped him, 2 yards short. Good job by the Bulldogs defense. That was a game changer here. Oh, now we got a flag on the play. What do we got? Wow. And there's the call.
And as a coach and as a spectator, you can't really argue that. Again, they're keeping safety first.
As a player, you just hate that call. Nice gang tackling and helmet-to-helmet contact. Instead of 1st down Bulldogs, it's 1st down Tigers. So they mark off 15, and the ball is now at the 25-yard line.
Here's where the Bulldogs need a turnover, interception.
Pass sails wide to the right, out of bounds. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. 2 right, 2 left. Motion left to right. Good defense. Oh, they better not call that. Unless they call it on the offense. So let's see. They may call this on the offense. And that would be the correct call. Great position by the Bulldog. Coaches are arguing the call, but now they're being told to get back off the field. That's a good call. Ball's in the air, and the wide receiver pulled the shoulder pads of the Bulldog defender, so he couldn't intercept it. And you don't get that call very often, so glad he saw it, and it's his right call. So I'll move it back 10 or 15, and it's going to be a 2nd and long.
This line judge or this sideline judge is getting a lot of heat.
He made the right call, though. Right when I saw the flag, I'm like, that better not be on. That was perfect defensive coverage. Position, everything. Intercepted Bulldogs. Setting up the return.
That's what we need, Walker Miller.
Walker Miller playing the safety position. He's done a good job reading that deep pass all night. Steps right in front of the Tiger receiver. Returns it 8 yards, and the Bulldogs take over with 5:21 left to go.
Huge.
Nice play.
Defensive play of the game.
Now it's nice to see that helmet-to-helmet contact didn't cost them. So let's see if the Bulldogs keep it on the ground now. I would think they would. Tom Gannon up the middle. Or was that Eustace? Gannon weaves his way up the middle for 12 yards, and it's going to be 1st down Bulldogs. I've been very impressed with the running game tonight. The offensive line opening up the holes, the running backs making one cut and going. A lot different than last week. Just seems a lot more aggressive and a lot more confident.
Yeah, it does.
So good job all the way around. So 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And 2 hands on the ball right up the middle. Eustace battles for 5. And they're going to go 2nd and 6. Ball at the 47-yard line. Nice cut to the outside. Eustace around the left end. It's a foot race now. Breaks a tackle. Touchdown Bulldogs. No flags on the play. That's a 47-yard scamper.
Now we're definitely over the 200-yard mark for both running backs. Both running backs well over 100 yards rushing.
That was great play by Eustace. Got around the corner, made the cornerback, last guy to beat. And then safety had the angle on him at about the 10-yard line, and he just fought through the tackle.
Fun to watch. Guzzi trying to go, what is it? Was it 6 for 6?
And you teach science or math in 7th grade?
Oh, jeez.
We got a, I don't know if that was a bad snap that caused that, but kick did not get off the ground. And the score remains 41-21. And we have a little over 3.5 minutes left to go. And I think that's the second time you've jinxed somebody tonight.
I know. I need to stop.
Yeah.
That's why
It's better if you don't talk, really.
yeah. I'll just let Lyncon do all the talking.
Well, I'm not saying that, but
Yeah, we need Freddie back in the booth.
just better if you just breathe.
And focus in on the camera, right?
Yeah, did you even get that on there?
Oh, yeah.
So
I've been, I've A- the second half. So overall, B+.
I like how you grade yourself.
Yeah, gotta.
Definitely positive. So
Have you been watching it on there?
yeah, I'm getting vertigo.
Oh, nice.
So no, 3:58 left to go, just under 4 minutes. Bulldogs kind of pulled away in the second half. First half, very competitive. A lot of momentum changes. And really from the opening kickoff of the third quarter, Bulldog offense has really just come to play.
Safe to say we'll kick it off here, right?
I am not going to put money on that one.
Okay.
Let's see. It's always been a surprise.
Keep it that way, eh?
You bet. Why change now? We've had good success both ways tonight.
They still have their hands team up there in front. They've done a little scouting.
Yeah. Bulldogs kick it deep. Fielded at the 20-yard line. Ball's
Fumble.
loose on the ground, stripped. Bulldog recovery. That's going to be Bulldogs' ball. Bulldogs take over at the 33-yard line. And that,
Now I think we're going to sub down.
oh, let's see, that is your nail in the coffin, icing on the cake. Helium in the balloon. Think of anything else that could have been?
Yeah, just keep going with it.
You know, helium in the balloon was a stretch, so I'm going to stop there. Let's see if we get some new offensive linemen in with 3:49 left to go. Got Joey Stockman carrying the ball now.
That is.
Nice job up the middle, good for 2 or 3.
Yeah, there's no sense in having Tommy Gannon and Ryan Eustace out there. Looks like Shea Wheelock's going to come in and carry a few too as well.
That's going to bring the game clock down to about 3 minutes and 30 seconds.
Lyncon, you're doing a fine job on the clock. Well, at least from my point of view. People at home might think different.
Oh, I'm sure they do. That's okay.
There it is.
Up the middle again. Stockman, nice cutback. Falls ahead for 2. That'll bring up 3rd and 6.
That was a generous 2-yard. Yeah, it was probably 2. Shea Wheelock in the backfield.
3rd and 7. Coming up on 2.5 minutes. Low snap. Ball's up in the air. Oh,
Good
Wheelock,
hands,
nice
Shea.
hands by Shea. He's going to come close to the first down. He's going to be about a yard short. Nice job. Bobble the snap and then bobble the exchange.
4th down 1.
And Shea Wheelock does a good job just to kind of keep his composure, grab the ball, and gets 5-6 yards on the play. So looks like it's going to be about 4th and 1, 4th or 2. Clock coming up on 2 minutes. So this snap will come with about a minute and 50 seconds left to go. It'd be nice to just get this first down and go into victory formation. But we got
Fumble.
the ball loose on the ground,
And it's Medford ball.
and Medford takes over. They would have gotten the ball anyway. I was 4th and 1. Joey Stockman gets hit behind the line, coughs up the ball, and Medford takes over. Clock stops with a minute 40 left to go, and they take over at the 27-yard line. Well, to say I would cover for the deep ball is an understatement. Let's see if we do that. Don't bite on that little stop and go.
Got a different crew in here.
Got some new guys getting their first action of the night. Nice tackle. Keep them in bounds.
Connor Oldenburg on the tackle.
Oldenburg with a nice form tackle. Keeps the clock moving. We'll give up that 5-yard pass all night.
For sure.
There it is. Oh, good.
It's unfortunate. He probably would have gotten about 10 yards on that had he not gone to his knees.
Looks like we got Braden Johnson seeing his first action of the night. Taking the outside corner position. And 3rd and 1, under a minute left to go. They're going to give him the catch. It's going to be a first down. Nice grab. Shoestring catch. Clock stops with 37.5 seconds left to go. There you go, Braden. Not sure where the flag came from or why it came, but nice catch by the Tigers, but perfect position by Braden Johnson. They've had some questionable calls on that all night, but if I'm the position coach there for the youngster, that's a great place to be. Turned his head when he was supposed to, and just a great pass and catch by the Tigers. 19.5 seconds left to go. 1st and 10. Ball on the 26. Be nice to keep him out of the end zone. They're run a 2-yard out. Brings up 2nd and 6. Wow, what a catch right at the post. So with 7 seconds left, they complete a 20-yard pass play, diving catch. Probably got the wind knocked out of him. And that'll bring the score to 41-27. Perfect pass, perfect catch. Not bad coverage either. We were right there.
And just a little side note that the Bulldogs are sitting in the victory.
For what?
They're going to get this victory yet. It's not over, but it's pretty much over.
Well, I'm 42 years old, and
you've never seen
42 years I haven't seen 3 scores in 7 seconds.
Are you 42?
I don't know. I think so.
I forgot to throw a party for you when you turned 40.
Everybody did.
Jeez. Well, hey, we could do a 43 when you turn 43.
That's
just as special as 40, but
yeah.
Look who's 43. There you go.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Maybe a surprise 43rd.
Yeah. A lot of those get thrown every year. It's probably 43rd birthday. So Bulldogs play at home next week?
Yes, they play against United South Central, 7 o'clock start time. I believe Justin Frederick will be back in the booth along with Lyncon Olson. And they're going to have to work on a cameraman or a woman.
Well, hopefully next week we'll have some chemistry in the booth. They'll line up for the extra point.
Thanks a lot.
Low snap, nice recovery.
It's still good.
And that is right down the middle.
Jeez.
Both teams have shown some pretty good kicking tonight. Tigers definitely have a field goal kicker.
Yeah.
So 41-28. And just time for 1 or 2 plays left. Bulldogs look like they have their hands team. Expected at this point. Tigers hoping for the Reggie Miller miracle. They'll rattle off 8, 9, 12, 15 points in 8 seconds. And Tigers kick it deep. Eustace covers it at the 4 and goes down at the 10. 4.6 left. Expect a kneel down here and some handshakes, and we'll call tonight.
We'll play that sponsor video one last time. Again, thanking our sponsors for sponsoring Bulldog activities.
Get a chance to visit the JWP website for other events like the volleyball team and cross country and things like that. See if you can't get out there and support our local kids in the school district.
Yeah, we'll be streaming live on Tuesday for the first home volleyball game. Hope to see you then. We'll have Joe Joyce, head football coach, and Ryan Littke on the mic. So join us then. And we're going to play the sponsor video.